watched the video earlier today. This is CodeX Report 17. It's 6:30 in the morning, Saturday on the 16th of April. T-minus 4 days to 420. And if anybody likes to, mark their calendars for stuff, the Fire Festival of Baal and the Festival of Moloch are both on the 19th and 20th, if I remember correctly, of April, depending on how it corresponds with the sun and the moon and the planets and everything else. So be aware that there might be something happening then. But what I want to talk to you about this one is Fukushima again. Fukushima and Japan. I just watched a video that I think it was George Four Titles channel. He's been on with Demcad, and he did a trip to Detroit and showed some of the housing collapse problems there and stuff. But he was talking about how he had gotten some phone calls or something and found out that the airlines are charging ridiculous amounts of money to fly out of Japan right now. And I don't understand what these people are doing. The airlines are in this to make money. Yes, I understand that, but if you're charging $2,000 for a fucking trip out of Japan, most of these people don't have their credit cards. They don't have their bank account numbers. They don't have anything or any way to get out. And this is what he was saying is we need to have every plane going to Japan to start evacuating people. We need to have every cruise ship going to Japan to start evacuating people. Every military ship, every vehicle of any size that we have that can go to Japan, we need to get it there and to start getting people out, because they are going to have. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. They are going to have to evacuate everything north of Osaka. They're going to have to. They're going to have to. The Fukushima plants are not going to be fixed anytime in the near future, and I mean we're talking probably years before they can even shut down the reactor cores. I'm trying to work on getting these photos done, the photo comparisons done, but if you go and look online and you look at the pictures of reactor number 3, the MOX reactor, and you look at the diagram of a MOX reactor, and you line up ground level in both of the pictures, the pressure vessel of the reactor is gone. There's no way that the top of the pressure vessel in that reactor is intact. There is no way. They are lying to us if they're telling us that it is, or is even partially intact, I'm guessing. As far as I know, and from what I've seen, they have not admitted that the reactor core on number 3 is fully breached. And if you watch the videos of the explosion, if you watch and look at some of the schematics and the diagrams, and you start lining up some of the pictures with some of the plants, there is no way at all, 0% chance that reactor core is intact. All you have to do is go and look at the diagrams, figure out where ground level is, figure out where ground level is in the actual pictures from Fukushima, and line them up next to each other, and you can see that the entire top half of the reactor vessel is gone. It's simply not there. And I'm probably going to get a ration of shit for saying this, but this is so far beyond Chernobyl that this. Oh my God. They need to evacuate the entire island of Japan. Is what it's going to come down to. Is they're going to have to. I mean, you may end up being able to live in the southern islands in the southern part of Japan, Osaka and farther south. But if another one of these reactors explodes, or there's another, hydrogen explosion, or more fires and whatever, um, my God, they're still having fires over there. They've now released that reactor cores 1 and 3 have melted down. They have melted down. They've now finally admitted it. 34 days, 30 yeah, 34 days. The situation is so bad over there. Um, if I had anything to offer, I would say, come to the mountains here, but we're not really going to be any better off because we're getting the residuals that's coming down in the rain. We got rain on, a huge amount of rain yesterday. Wednesday, Cliff High measured, radioactive fallout in the rain up in Washington. Uh, it's ridiculous, and the government is still lying to us. And I mean, it's not. They're lying about all of it. Okay, Project Exodus. Project Exodus is now morphing into a get out of the northern hemisphere and get off of the planet because you can see that they're not going to fix this. They're not. They're not. They're not doing a bloody fucking thing to actually fix the problem. They're doing damage control right now. They they need a dome over the entire site, and they need to start picking up all the pieces of the MOX reactor cores that were blown all over the place. Oh my God, this is so awful. So awful. Uh, what is happening to the people is so bad over there that I don't think we're never going to know the total extent of this because we're never going to be able to keep track of it. Busby was on RT and on Infowars the other day, and he's talking about there's going to be about 400,000 cancers within the 100-kilometer zone around Fukushima, and I mean, really, they need a 500-kilometer exclusion zone. Realistically, it needs to be that big. And anyone who wants to argue with me, just go and look at the videos of the children from Chernobyl. Go look at the videos of the exclusion zone in Chernobyl, and you tell me that you can get away with 30 kilometers. You tell me that you want to live anywhere in Hokkaido or anywhere north of Fukushima. No, no. I would even be looking at the Kamchatka Peninsula. Yeah, they're going to need to probably do something, but they won't because the government won't tell them to, and they they don't have any way to. Um, I was talking with a friend of mine earlier today about this, and he said, where are you going to put 20 million people, 30 million people? You know, Osaka or Tokyo is 34 million people. 34 million people. Okay, now this is going to be my point to the airlines here and to the shipping companies and the cruise lines. Yeah, if you charge $2,000, you might get 10,000 people that are going to pay $2,000 to fly out of the country. But if you charge $100, you'll have just about every one of those 30 million people leaving the country. Now think about this. Okay, 2,000 times 10,000 is what, $2 million or something? Okay, fair enough. That's decent. Now, if you take the um, a million people and charge them each $100, that's 100 million. If you take 34 million people and charge them each, $100, that's $3.4 billion. Okay, now that's a lot of money. It's going to take investment to do this, but think about it. That's billions of dollars that you could make if you would simply give people a break and let them get the fuck out of there, because that's what they're going to have to do to survive. As to where you're going to put them, how about the ghost cities in China? I saw a video on a ghost city in China that's built for 12 million people. That's roughly 1/3 of Tokyo right there. Think about that. That's 1/3 of the entire population of Tokyo can fit in one ghost city in China. Now, I know there's animosity between China and Japan, but these people have got to go somewhere. I looked at a map for the population distribution of Japan. There's 80 million people in the prefectures north of Osaka. 80 million. Realistically, every one of those 80 million people is going to have to leave. 80 million people. Now, I want you to think about that. 80 million people who need to leave. Where are you going to put them? That's what we need to think about right now. And to the airlines, if you guys continue to do what you're doing, charging such outrageous amounts to try and get out of the country, you guys are murderers. Murderers. And you're committing crimes against humanity, and you will be held accountable. I guess the final thoughts for this video are, to anyone who is helping to try and control this catastrophe in Fukushima, God bless you, more power to you. Again, I'm going to say, where are the liquidators? At the end of the Chernobyl videos, they show the monument of, for those who saved the world. Who will save the world this time?